In this week's episode, we're going to show you what it took to get our hands on our dream truck and give you a full tour of the high-output Ford F450 Lariat.
Let's turn up the love.
Today is one of the most exciting days in LesbiFIT Adventures making. We ordered a Ford F450 10 months ago from a dealership, and well, no word on that yet. Still not even being made, but this just happened.
Okay, so literally this morning I got online and I just Google searched like Ford 450 dualies, and which I've done, even though we know they're not on the lot because they're all special order. Our order was put in 10 months ago, and there was one listed new at the dealership right here in Scottsdale. So I called, I got the window sticker, like to make sure it had everything. It was a special order, that buyer backed out, and text Sydnee, sent her the window sticker. I'm like, I think this is it. And she texts back, she goes, go buy it, call him, go buy it. So I'm literally leaving the office right now, like literally so excited, like shaking, like my heart is racing. I think our truck is finally here. So I'm gonna go, I'm ready to make this purchase. We've been thinking about it, it has everything. And it's very, very overwhelming, very excited. All right, so let me take you along with us. All right, so today's Monday, and that was just last Tuesday at the dealership. So we're getting ready to head to the Ford dealership to pick up our brand new 2024 Ford F450. And we're so excited to take you along as we show you the ins and outs and the upgrades that we didn't even select on our original Ford that we're excited to get.
So in May of 2023, we went into a Ford dealership. We custom built the exact Ford we wanted with specific criteria that we needed for towing and placed an order. We were told at that time that our order would be in somewhere between 6 and 24 months, and that Ford wasn't gonna let us know until we were about 30 days or so outside from being able to actually take delivery of our truck. So from there, when we placed the order, we knew we were gonna have to order. We knew that's what the process was gonna look like. So when we placed that order, we scoured and talked to different dealerships, and not only different dealerships, but different sales reps. What we wanted was somebody who was an expert on that specific model of truck, but also an expert in towing, because that's something that we've never done before. And we wanted somebody who actually knew what they were talking about to be the person holding our hand through the process. So we didn't rely on this person to make decisions for us, but we did test, basically just sort of test his expertise is kind of how it really went down. And he was great. And so because of this long and ridiculous ordering process, what's happening right now is that a lot of people who have ordered 450s are finding something else on a different lot long before their order comes in. And so by the time their order is in and ready to go, then that truck becomes available for somebody else who's waiting on their order. And so the sales rep that we used, his name was Adam, and he was absolutely phenomenal. And he would probably call us, every 2 to 4 weeks?
Yeah, at least.
And so what would happen every time? He would send us a truck that was available.
Yeah, so he would send us a truck with the sticker and the specs, and there was always just a couple things that didn't line up. Sometimes it was the color and other things, there was a couple colors.
It was never just the color. So our must-haves were that it had to be the 450, not the 350, because he had a lot of 350s available. It had to have the high-powered engine, and it had to have dual alternators. There were some other things that were wants, but those were the things that were on our absolute must-have, and that package never came all together in a single truck.
Right, and so especially when those were coming in late fall, it was way too early to settle. And with this big of a purchase and this being a long-term purchase, we definitely didn't want to settle. And we just kept trusting and believing, hold out, the right one's coming in the right time.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. This is a very expensive purchase, no matter which way you slice it. When you are buying a truck, no matter what kind of a truck it is a very expensive purchase. And when you're spending that kind of money, the last thing you want to do is not get what you need and want when you're spending that kind of money. I mean, just really. And so that's where we were. And so flash forward, April 1st is fast approaching. Nerves? How are you feeling?
Yeah,
I was starting to get nervous.
Yeah.
So we're about 7 weeks out from April 1st, which is when our RV site where we are now, where we got the RV delivered with no truck, that we have to move on April 1st. So, I mean, even last week, as I'm like, okay, we're 7 weeks out. Like, at what point do we start talking about plan B? Like, where would we move the RV on April 1st if we can't tow it? And who are we going to get to move it? But really, ultimately, I was like, I didn't want to even put any energy towards plan B. I didn't even want to think about it. I just kept trusting the right truck is coming in the right time, and we're going to be able to hit the road on April 1st.
And so here's what we started doing these last, okay, so that clip we showed you from the beginning was a week ago. Not even a week ago. Was it fully a week?
Last Tuesday. So like 6 days ago.
6 days ago. And so the 4 or 5 days leading up to there, we take our evening walks every night when she gets off of work. We go for a long walk together as a family. And so we started, this is silly, we're going to do it for you, but we were working on our manifestation. We were like, okay, we have to really focus in and bring this truck to us. So we made up a song that we started singing on these walks, and we would sing this song for like, I don't know, a full 60 to 90 seconds together each. So we're going to give you a little bit of a little demonstration here. You ready? You remember your part?
Yep, you can.
Okay, ready? I just got like a really dry mouth. All of a sudden I'm nervous. Okay, ready? We would just be walking and just out loud just be going, I would go, Dooley, 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 dooley.
Come to me, my Ford. Come to me, my Ford.
Dooley, 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 dooley. So literally we would do that.
That was our song.
What else would you do in your car rides?
Okay, so then I also, one day I was just like, I was on Spotify, and I just went to, you know, the sound you make when you start your diesel truck, and I was just listening to that in my earbuds at work or in the car, just listening to the diesel sound and just picturing and feeling being in my own diesel and starting it up and getting ready to tow and just feeling it.
This one, I get in the car on Friday. I go for groceries every Friday. I get in the car and I start the car, and all of a sudden there's just like the noise of a diesel engine coming through the speakers of the car on full blast from her phone because it was still close enough to be connected. But hey,
Did you make it feel like you were in the truck?
it just cracked me up. I was proud of you for your power of manifestation using sound. Another very powerful. I've been studying vibration. Well, maybe another episode, but very powerful tool. So right now we are on our way to the dealership to pick this 450 up. This thing is upgraded even more than those 2 minimum things I told you about. We can't wait to show you.
Yeah, come along, let's go get it. Are you ready for the first ride?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Sounds good. All right, so we got the truck and we absolutely love it. And it even has more features than on the one that we ordered. The experience at Chapman Ford was just average. It was good customer service, but they didn't really know everything and show us the ins and outs of the truck, like Adam, who we originally ordered it through Bell Ford. So we've hired Adam, and we can't wait to have him. We're gonna meet up with him in a couple weeks. He's gonna come help us set up the hitch, help us hitch for the first time, teach us everything towing and about our new diesel dually. So we're excited. So stick around for that episode coming up. As we learn to tow for the first time, you get to meet Adam and he shows us around with everything.
All right, White Lightning. She's a beaut. She's worked. She's a little dirty, but don't let that intimidate you. We wanted to go with the F450 for a variety of reasons. A, the turning radius compared to any other truck of its size is unmatched.
even just comparing it to its counterpart, which is a very great truck, the F350. It has a 7.5 foot different turn radius, which is huge when you're towing a large rig. We also wanted to go with the high output engine. That was important to us. We are rookie towers. Rookies make rookie moves, as you're gonna see a lot in season 2. But we never wanted to have to worry about, could the truck get the job done? Could the truck carry the load? Could the truck go up the mountains? Could the truck do anything? The truck is the boss when on the road, and that is exactly why we got it. And as you can see, a huge cab. The 4 of us fit comfortably in there on those long travel days. And because this truck is a beast, it's giant, it's up nice and high. For us little ladies, we got some steps to be able to go ahead and reach right in here into the back of the truck.
All right, and then the back seat has plenty of rooms, but ultimately that room goes towards Miley and Dora. So they've got their beds back here, the seat cover, but also it allows us to have plenty of under floor storage in the front as well. So we're fully equipped to hit the road.
In addition, we keep all of our tools under the seat. This is a compartment that would fold down if we didn't have it full, but we of course do.
All right, now check this out. So to get up into the bed of the truck, it's got a secret step with its assist handlebar as well. So this makes it easy for us to climb right up in and out of the truck.
We ultimately decided to go with, of course, the biggest, strongest hitch they make, basically, but we wanted to go with the Reese because of the single jaw clamp, as well as we know that no matter what the future may hold, this hitch is going to get it done, and its simplicity of use. There's a green for go, a red for no. It makes it very easy for rookies like us to know if we are secure and ready to tow. So as you can see, it's red right here. We are not secure and ready to tow right now because we're not hooked up. And plenty of room for storage in the long bed here, which we are already utilizing, as you guys can see. Mandy and I, like a couple of bosses, installed the tonneau cover ourselves. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we installed the soft one ourselves. It's a roll-up. We absolutely love it. We also had banded TPMS sensors installed just because, you know, we plan to be towing a lot with this thing. In addition to the TPMS system, we didn't have them put extenders on the rear tires valve stem, but we actually had them completely replaced and put a brand new valve stem on all together, which was longer and is now secured to the rim of the front facing tire with that little rubber cap, so that to minimize that vibration and hopefully to reduce any potential leaks, but also to make it easier for us to access both tires.
Also, another feature is this step, because this truck is high. You got a little spot you can grab your handle here and get right up into the truck.
One of my favorite features of the truck is the onboard scale. So it lets you know what is the weight in the bed of your pickup. Right now we've got the hitch and the few things we store, so we're not connected. So you can see we have that much weight to play with right now, but it is a nice giant screen. Usually have the navigation here, everything that you need. Also, in addition to just the onboard scales, I mean, you've got your owner's manual right here. If you ever have any issues, you can turn on any lights you want. You can put your running boards down. And these truck angles, okay, so tons and tons of camera angles. This is by far the best camera angle I've ever seen on any truck ever, that 360-degree view, but it is able to give you that view because you can literally have any view. So these are from the two sides. This is straight on. This is the one that I use while hitching. This lines you up in the center. My hitch sits right there. Your typical backup. But then also, let's say we had a bumper pull. This is looking straight down. This is my bumper looking straight down. So if you were trying to connect a travel trailer, it's made super easy. And then in addition, this is the one I use while backing up. So this is my side angles from each side. So these are each sides, and when the trailer's there, you can see the trailer in the back there, and then you can add any cameras that if you wanted. But I mean, come on, that 360-degree view. And then I don't know, let's see if the camera can get it here for you guys.
Oh, kind of a little bit. So as you can see, projected out on the road as I am driving, we have got time, temperature, speed limit, and how fast I am going. When I am actually driving on the sides right here, you'll see where my lane lines are marked, and it'll, when you put on your cruise control or driver assist, it is helping you keep right within your lane. So that's all right there. It gets projected out on the road as you're driving. You can see our dash control, all the similar things. You can really make that look like anything you want, truth be told. There are about 1.5 million different settings of what you can see up there. Over here is basically everything mirrors. So we have our remembered settings for each driver. So it readjusts our mirrors, our steering wheels, our gas and brake pedal, along with our seat itself. You can have up to 3 settings. Your mirrors will extend and retract for when you're towing, so you can see those go out. You can also fold them in when you're in one of those tighter parking spots, which we have absolutely utilized. And here's where we get to the good stuff. So here will be my trailer steering controls right here above where my trailer brakes are. All of my drive options, and then up here are some of the most fun features. So you've got your exhaust brake here on the end here. On this furthest end all the way over here, you've got your trail control. So if you're off-roading and you need to really do some serious slow descents down those off-roadings, you have those controls there. One of the biggest reasons, one of the biggest features that caused us to purchase this truck was honestly the backup pro trailer. Rather than having to learn that whole left is right, right is wrong. I did learn it that way when we took our lessons. I can't wait to show you that, guys, that in a couple of weeks. However, this knob right here allows me to steer the trailer like you would with a video game controller. And so you're able to, left is left, right is right, and you're able to see, the screen will be displayed. We'll show you during our towing lesson, but a screen gets displayed up there to tell you how hard you're actually turning. You know, are you going at a 90-degree angle? Are you just turning slightly? It's all digitally right there in front of you, so it takes the guesswork out. And then you got your great comfort features. So heated steering wheel, heated seats, but also cooled seats, which, guys, in the desert, Arizona, may be one of the best features of all time. Nice secret little storage in here. This pad is actually a phone charger. You've got all your cords here. Our phones usually are standing up right here. And when we're thirsty, there is 2 cup holders right there, but should you decide you needed 4, there you go. You're ready to go. And then all your standard, audio features, all those sorts of things as well.
All right, and then over on the passenger side, plenty of storage in this truck. So we've got a compartment up here, and then the glove compartment that locks as well as a lot of side compartments down here, as well as what was important to us was to have a combo lock safe built right into the center console. So that came, right from Ford as an upgrade to keep our things secure, and also simply just sometimes our camera gear as we're going out and about. Also, we have our 120 volt and 12 volt plugs right here, which will be nice as, this is an extension of our home as we travel in full time. It'll be nice to have that additional power sources.
Be plugging that laptop in right here.
One of the other upgrades that we did with Ford was go ahead and have them install the dash cam as well as the rear cam. This is going to be great for safety should in the event, we ever be in an accident, we have the footage that it wasn't our fault.
And of course, who doesn't love this absolutely giant moon roof, as they call it, as we're driving through those mountains, those epic views right within grass. We're so excited for. Okay, so names. We've got to name this beast. So what's one of your favorites? We have some contenders and we need you guys to vote in the comments below.
White Lightning.
Truckosaurus Rex. We would call it Rex.
Yeah. We also got Truck Norris.
Truckzilla.
We also have Big Daddy Jack. Jack for short.
Yeah. So what's your favorite? Really, what's your favorite? You guys are going to be ultimately who decides. Let us know what you think we should name old White Lightning, Truck Norris, Truckzilla, Truckosaurus Rex, and Big Daddy Jack. Let us know what your favorite is. Vote below. Be sure to catch us next week because we have something extra special. What are we doing in next week's episode?
We are going to a local bison farm. So we're excited to see them up close and show them to you and share them with you and get us some burgers. So thank you so much again for tuning in and watching with us this week. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next week.
Let's turn up the love.